TikTok's not going anywhere.
No. She's
said
here
that?
for the long haul.
The long haul. So, since she's still here, the real question is, how do we get engagement on an app that's going to be here forever? Mm-hmm. Getting engagement on TikTok is, I would say getting engagement on TikTok is harder, I use that term loosely, than any other platform, simply because in TikTok content, everything is coming from a specific culture. Every single video or sound or something used has layers and layers and layers of meaning that it's building upon throughout like popular culture and also subcultures.
Right.
And so when you're on TikTok, it is a bit more involved to do it well. Stunning.
Also, I think that it can be interpreted in different ways.
Yeah.
Like as far, like when you are making your sounds and you lay text over it, it can have a completely different meaning than what I would do.
Right.
So, you can take it, it's not just black and white.
Right.
It just
Taking it and
depends.
manipulating it for your needs. So it's, when you make content on TikTok, it's very involved. It calls to be engaging because you're calling the audience to really identify with what you're saying, basically. Most of content on TikTok is, I've experienced this, or I feel this way, have you, or like what have you, because really when I see comments, it's, oh, like felt this, or like they're saying, oh, this happened to me and I did it. I mean, people are leaving stories in the comments relating to the content. So when we're talking about how to get more engagement on TikTok, I think it's one, knowing your audience, being able to understand the sounds and the culture that they're coming from, and then being able to manipulate it with your own experience. To be able to build engagement on content, you have to be coming from a place of your own experience that's authentic, and then be able to express that in a way that's open-ended for other people to be able to respond.
And relatable. I think TikTok does not do well with really high production videos. I mean, they can be good quality. Make sure they're good quality.
Right.
But
like
something super scripted out doesn't feel authentic. I don't feel like I know you, and I can't relate to you.
Exactly.
And that's the whole thing. Like, you have to find a way to relate to your audience.
Yeah. You have to be authentic and you have to be relatable. I feel like you said, like that really high scripted, high production stuff does really, really great on like maybe YouTube and things like that. But in such a short form content space like TikTok, you just have to be able to get straight into it.
Yeah. Like, you should just start hitting record. There should be no script.
Yeah.
So
TikTok is the most personable. I mean, people are putting things in there where I'm like, hey, maybe that was an inside thought.
Yep.
Maybe we kept that experience
shouldn't
locked
share
away,
that with the class
buried
today.
away. Yeah. But they do, and that's the content that goes viral because it's the most relatable and it's the most authentic.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about TikTok for businesses, that can be scary. I get that. You want to have a polished professional appearance, but when you're trying to really connect with someone, you're not polished. And if you're going to be going into the realm of TikTok and taking advantage of all that is there, because there is a lot there to take advantage of. It's a really high used platform right now. It's one of the most populated. It's beating Facebook. I think it's going up there.
And it's also become a
search engine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't scripted.
No.
I just knew what she was going to say because we're close
we're
like
just
that.
so authentic.
I read her mind. But it is. It's a search engine. So it's growing, and so it is a place that you want to be. And though that can be scary for a business because of the type of culture that's there and how personable it is, I think it's still doable. I think that there are some businesses who do a really, really good job of being just funny and personable and open and honest and still being professional in a way. I mean, I'm not saying you have to be like grimy or...
No, you don't have to be disgusting.
You don't have to share your most embarrassing days on the job unless you really want to.
It might work.
It would work.
It would probably, like, the worst day at work, working at Oreo.
Yeah.
Like,
and
I would like to know what that
like,
is like.
So funny, right?
Like,
so
not enough frosting.
Yeah, exactly. Triple stuffed. quadruple stuffed.
I want to be in their board meetings where they're discussing products.
100%.
For like the next
Bring
year.
us in there. That's a good TikTok. I'll watch that. 30 seconds before
Yeah,
your
I
board
would love
meetings.
to see how you guys decide if it's double stuffed or triple stuffed.
Right.
Or do you add red velvet? Like,
Right.
what do you do?
I feel like what it is what they ended up doing was going from the reverse down. I feel like they made a cookie with like 13 layers and tried to have somebody eat it.
Oh.
And they just kept going until finally somebody could fit it in their mouth.
Oh.
And that was the level.
I can see that.
That's how it should have been.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're
Anyways,
getting off.
Invite us to your board
meeting. Listen, now that I have this mic in front of me. Cut this out, Nate. Nate's gonna cut all this up and make us look really good. Listen. Okay, so as a business owner, if you're going into TikTok, do not be afraid to be super authentic, super personable, super relatable. I don't think you need to be afraid to show sides of working in your industry or working at your company that are a little less polished. You know, show the super packed stock room that's crazy and how you guys have to struggle to get through and organize things. Show you guys tired before your lunch break and everybody's exhausted and how you guys like pump energy back into it. I mean, show those things that are honest and relatable, that don't necessarily give your brand a bad image, but are just honest realities of working for your company and working in general and being a human. And it's just the most intimate, I feel like, level of platforms that we have. And people relate to that. It's just the way it is. And it's not scary. You know, I feel like it can be done.
And I think that's just the way the digital age is going to go, that the more authentic you are, the better you will perform and more people are going to relate to you. So don't be fearful of it.
Yeah.
'Cause
from a professional standpoint, not only is it going to make, obviously, your potential customers and stuff identify with you more and find more of a connection with you and the people that work there, but I think it also just shows really good company culture. You know what I mean? I'm able to see your people laughing together, or even through maybe some like an embarrassing day or like hard moments or something like that, but they're like laughing and getting along. Like that shows more than anything any amazing polished post could make on why it's so great to work here. You know,
so be authentic, be real,
but not on Be Real. Be Real.
Don't be on
but
Be
TikTok.
Real though.
And then I think obviously when we're talking about how to do that, like what content to make, obviously there are trends to follow. But like we kind of mentioned in the beginning, the way you do trends is you have to know, of course, I would say be informed about where they're coming from, where the content's coming from, what the underlying message is, but then be able to take that and repurpose it for your own means in a way that is authentic to you specifically. I mean, that's what makes a good video, is taking a form of content, either a sound or a Capcut or like a common layout, those types of things, and making it authentic to what you're saying. Which is super easy. If you want to follow our TikTok, we do a little TikTok trainers thing where we take popular trends and show you how people are repurposing them, what they're kind of used for. And there's just a million ways that you can take this content and use it for your own industry and what you do. I guess another way to do engagement is maybe encouraging your employees to follow you and just organically comment that way. I mean, we do get some comments from like people we work with, because they see their coworkers on there being funny and maybe they didn't see them make that video, so they comment on there. So encouraging that engagement just within your corporation itself to begin with, and then hopefully other people will follow in. So.
Yeah, good advice. I think you covered it, just like making sure you're using all the trending sounds, the dances, the memes, putting your own text over memes that you see. Sure. And you have to do it quick. That's the thing.
Yeah,
the turnaround rate is like really quick. So if you don't do it in that week, then you're already behind the trend. So staying up with the trends is the way that TikTok will work for you. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need a refill?
I do. Thank you. Thank you, good sir.
I'll get you a refill. Perfect. Just like me.
Can we just cut it here?